Plus, we're Pinterest cooking again in our GMT kitchen.
What's you cooking there, pilgrims? Is that pretty good?
Yeah.
Okay.
We've got a John Wayne Casserole we're cooking up this morning, so it's going to be great.
Looks good. It's Tuesday, September 3rd, and GMT starts right now.
From WFAA TV, the spirit of Texas. This is Good Morning Texas in high definition.
All right, are you one of those folks that love to look around on Pinterest? Well, recently we put some dessert recipes we found there to the test. Some were hits, some were misses. And now Autumn Rio from MamaChallenge.com, she's back and she's putting some Texas-themed main dishes to the taste test. I love this. Was this hard or pretty easy to find Texas-themed meals?
Actually, it's pretty easy. You throw in Texas, you get lots of proud people on Pinterest who like to throw out that word. And that's, you know, kind of John Wayne, while he may not necessarily be Texas, he definitely is an iconic cowboy figure. So that's why it was kind of fun. We've got a John Wayne Casserole.
John Wayne Casserole.
And it's kind of like a 7-layer dip meets a pot pie kind of thing. You've got Bisquick, and then you've got layers of tomato, taco meat, jalapenos, peppers, cheese, and then you've got like a sour cream mayonnaise mix sitting on the top.
That's a little heavy.
It is a little heavy, but it screams football Sunday. It screams like, you know, comfort food classic there. And this one was a super, loved it, smelled great.
Really? You did like it?
This one was really great.
Would you recommend it like as a dip with some chips or more like a traditional casserole?
You know, depends on it, but I think, you know, like I said, for a Sunday, you know, football game, that's totally great. Grab these chips and this other meal over here, and you've got a perfect. You know, complement.
All right, speaking of this, what was this one?
Well, this is our Texas caviar. We're actually going to make this one up, but I have to give you, while we have 2 bowls this morning on this one, these are our corn nuggets, and we found this recipe, thought it was going to be super great. And you could kind of already tell on the first, you know, set of instructions. It said take your cream corn and take your corn, mix it up, put it on a cooking tray and let it freeze. Well, it kind of looked like corn brittle when we were done, and then you're trying to break it up, and then you're going to fry it in a wet and dry batter mixed together. So, you know, knowing Texas, we like to fry things, so we kind of know you like to have your wet bath and your dry bath. So this one didn't work. So what we did was...
this is the miss.
This is the miss. Did not work, didn't fry up well, didn't hold together. So what we did instead, still a great recipe and still tasted good, just the presentation wasn't good. So instead of using the cookie sheet, we mixed it up and put them in a little muffin tin, so it would hold the shape as the ball. Yeah. And then, of course, we separated what they had as their batter mix and had our wet and our dry, dipped it in there and fried it up, and then we add a little chipotle mayonnaise with it.
That's perfect. This one turned out so much
this
prettier.
one's super great. It tastes amazing, and of
much
course,
better.
Yeah, it's that fried food that you're looking for.
Okay, before we get to our third and final one, would you make the casserole? It sounds like you'd make the casserole.
Oh, casserole was definitely, and my husband and I thought of all kinds of things we could do with these fritters now. So we're like, add jalapenos and put green chilies. So I think all of these are definitely things that we would make. They just need a little altering, you know?
Got it.
So everything does.
What do we have here?
This is our Texas caviar.
Texas caviar.
Yeah, Texas caviar. So we are getting fancy, but of course still using our Tex-Mex ingredients here.
All right, well, let's do it.
It's basically a 2-bowl recipe. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you put this one together. So our black beans, corn,
throw it all in?
Yeah, just throw it in there in the bowl. We're gonna make it easy.
Did you drain these?
I did drain the black beans and the corn there, just so we didn't have that extra liquid, because you're gonna get the liquid here from this cream mix that we're doing. Some Roma tomatoes, or about 8 of those they say in there. Yeah. And you know, you'll be able to tell when we get to this recipe and when it's done, it's a pretty big recipe, so you could actually cut down some of the amounts.
Like maybe half it?
Cut it in half if you're gonna just do it for something at home.
Very colorful.
Again, football Sunday, or you're having people over, you definitely want
the kids can help with this one. It seems super
easy. And you could season this thing up. You'll kind of see in these seasonings, you could really change these up depending on your flavor profile. So we've got some mayonnaise here. We've got some sour cream. You know, always a good basis of a good healthy meal.
I'd be digging some jalapenos in this thing.
Absolutely. We put a little jalapeno. We've also got a little red wine vinegar. This is going to add the acidity to give a little flavor as well.
Okay.
A little chili powder.
So we're going to combine our 2 things.
We are. And actually, while we were making this up, you would, in theory, if we were at home, put this in the refrigerator for a little while, let it chill. Okay. Just so we could get there and get those flavors put together.
Say that again. Let it chill.
Let it chill.
I love it.
Can't help it. I am proud in Texas, so that's exactly what I sound.
Well, and it's Texas themed.
Absolutely. So I fit in this morning. These were all things I found around my house, including the hay bale, so that says something.
I love it.
Then you put a little salt in there to taste, a little pepper, and what we've got in here is actually hot sauce. And again, if you're making it with the kids, go small. If you're going to do it for the grown-ups, you could definitely go big or definitely go a little bit hotter here.
Let's combine
You're going to mix those up, and I'm going to put this in your bowl here.
Yours smells really good.
Yeah, he's got lots of, like I said, lots of flavors. And again, you could make make this any way that you need to, depending on your guest.
Which one did you feel you needed to alter the most? Those nuggets?
Oh, the nuggets were a complete change. We did that 3 or 4 versions at home.
All in all, though, I would say that these turned out a lot better for you, maybe easier and taste-wise than the desserts we did last time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But still, I have to give credit to that margarita pie that we put together. Awesome pie. You just needed to take it straight from the refrigerator and then put it in your mouth, and you're like, oh. So yeah, it really could go with our whole meal here.
Ours was sitting out. It looked like green pea soup or something.
It looked really bad, but you know, it was drinkable apparently. So at least our guests so thought. So you can sit here and you can chill this for a little while, or you could immediately cup it up, put it in the bowl, serve it with some jalapenos. We've got it here in a little chip dip, but you really could put this as a complement to your casserole dish as a second, piece for your whole meal. So
Autumn, thanks again.
Absolutely, thanks again.
Delish. All right, you'll find the recipes for all these dishes on our website. It's WFAA.com/GMT. What do you think, Mike?
Well, Carrie, I was still going back to my John Wayne imitation when I called you a pilgrim. Is that okay now? Is that still PC? I mean, is somebody going to be offended by calling you?
I don't see anyone in the studio who's offended, so you're good.
Gotta love John Wayne.
Thanks, pilgrims. It might be.
You're watching Good Day Saturday on Fox 4.
Well, good morning. Welcome back. Pumpkin is now the popular choice when fall rolls around. Joining us with some creative ways to make the most of your pumpkin fix is the blogger behind Mama Challenge, Autumn Rose Rio. Thank you for being with us here this morning. This is so neat because it really is that a lot of people prefer pumpkin over apple for this time of year.
Yeah, they've actually declared it on Business Week that it has taken the place of the apple as the official flavor of fall.
Wow.
So, and if you look at your Facebook or your Pinterest and your friends' feeds, you can definitely see people have pumpkin on the burn.
Everything.
Yeah,
it's all over the grocery store.
It is all over the grocery store.
Tell us about that
It's kind of crazy, actually, that this year, you've seen things over the year, but now you pretty much have everything you possibly want. So we pulled a couple of these things. This is actually a pumpkin spice cupcake. It comes even with a pumpkin filling and icing. Of course, you've got your creamer, but you know what you can use instead of putting it with your coffee?
What's that?
Is you could use it for your French toast. So you could actually make that as part of your French toast wash, where you would put milk, and now you've got that little bit of pumpkin flavor as well.
Okay.
You've got Pop-Tarts, so the kids have their pumpkin fix. We even have Hershey Kisses now that are pumpkin flavor.
Get out.
So,
Are you
isn't that
serious?
crazy? They've even taken the candy corn and changed it to a pumpkin spice flavor. Of course, we've got these pumpkin cheesecake that are cookies from Pepperidge Farms that are amazing to die for.
So it really is taking over fall.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy. And really, I have to mention this Yoplait yogurt. It's like a point of contention between people, is because some people love this flavor and some people are like, yeah, I don't know what to do about it, but it definitely is something you should experience, let's say that. So you've got all kinds of options, marshmallows, anything. But you know what? Sometimes you just want to make something at home, something light to kind of just cure that little bit of fix that you have.
And that's the fun part, because you're going to show us something.
Absolutely. This is actually only 3 ingredients, so the kids could actually make it. You're not having to cook anything, so it's something really quick.
Okay.
Make sure you grab your pumpkin puree instead of pumpkin pie filling. They're going to be 2 cans next to one another. There's a little bit of a difference. The other one tastes really great, but you know, you're adding a little bit of extra calories and other ingredients. And this is really a pure, easy project here.
Okay.
We're actually going to use Cool Whip Light, so that it actually takes out a little bit of the calories. So we've added that pumpkin puree there. We've taken the whipped cream, and then all we've done is actually taken this vanilla instant pudding here. And you're going to mix it all together. So you're going to stir it up. And we'll stir it up here.
Even I can do this. That's what you're saying? It's simple.
Everybody can do this. How about that? Everybody can do this, because you're just going to mix it up. You could put it in the refrigerator to let it kind of put together. Anytime you put flavors together, you want to kind of have a chance to let them meld, but you really could make it instant. I know sometimes I'm like, I just want something a little sweet, but nothing over the top.
Right.
So you're going to mix it up here till it's really good.
Oh, the color comes
really together,
quickly.
and when you put it in the refrigerator, it does the same. We've added some ginger snaps here with the apples as well, and we've actually taken your pumpkin, you're really going to over the top here, and carved out our pumpkin. And then you're going to use that as part of your presentation, and then you're just going to actually put this in there. So it's great for parties, but again, if the kids just want something fun to do, a little project when it's raining today, you know, outside, you can certainly do this. But I don't want to forget this other great idea we have here for pumpkins as well.
So you take the apples or the ginger snaps and you just go at it, and this is just
it's just a nice light flavor. And you really, honestly, I stuck some go-go squeeze in there the other day. It's applesauce, and it's got a little extra flavor to it. So when you need to kind of change it, or you want something just to, you know, really alter that little bit of flavor, that was a really good option for us. Plus, we threw in some, you know, fruit serving for our kids. So
you have just enlightened my household for how to have
oh, well, good. Well,
a tasty treat.
I have to show you this because this is the best one, actually. This, I wish it was my idea.
Okay,
my girlfriend at milkandcuddles.com, she actually took chalkboard paint, painted the pumpkin.
So you have?
And then you can change it up. So, you know, you start the pumpkins like September 1, at least we did around our house. But by the time it comes to October, you may want to put that lantern face on there. So she took that, has drawn on there. We put, of course, Fox Good Day on there today, and some chalk. And it's just a great way to kind of keep it creative.
Fun.
Absolutely.
I love it. Thank you so much for being here with us. And all of these things, like you said, they're just in your grocery store. And you can find
anybody, you can find them anywhere.
Guess what I also saw? I saw pumpkin eggnog.
Oh, see, that's right up my alley.
I mean, like, really?
I'm at least willing to try it at least once, right?
Right.
All things pumpkin.
That's my weakness. Well, you can find more on all of the info on our website at myfoxdfw.com. Just click on links.